Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to show you how to run a biometric identity card processing system in Visual Studio. So before we start, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please click on the button below, on the subscribe button below. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so now these are the folders we have here, and of course the solution project of biometric identity card processing system. So now before you run this program, I would advise you to install a digital persona SDK. If you haven't done that already, I use this fingerprint reader or scanner as a hardware to develop this software. Okay, so you would need this SDK for the system to be able to recognize your scanner. All right, so you need to open this folder. Alright, so if your system is x86 or 64 bits or 32 bits operating system, okay, so you would need to select your system type. Alright, so we have this for 64 bit operating system. Alright, so you're just going to click on one of these setup file. Alright, so I've already installed this, so I'm not going to install it again. Alright, but if you haven't done so, I would advise you to install this software, Digital Persona One Touch for Windows. Alright, so I'm just going to cancel it because I have already installed it before. Okay, so for 32-bit operating system, you need to just use this setup, okay, to install it. Then you might also want to install this SDK over here for 32-bit, and then for 64-bit you would need to use this setup. Okay, this for 64, and if you go back here, this is for 32-bit operating system. All right, just install the one that works for you. Okay, so once you have installed the fingerprint SDK, and then the next thing you would need to do is, since I use a webcam, okay, I use a webcam to capture passport. Okay, since I didn't actually wanted to upload a passport on the project, so what I did was to implement a module that will enable you to capture your passport or picture through webcam. So for you to be able to do that, you would need to install this MGU and OpenCV. Alright, as we have here, opened and install MGUCV. Alright, MGUCV. So you open and click on the x86 folder. So we have it here. Please install this, alright, so that your webcam can work. Alright, so once you have installed this, I've done that already, so I won't want to install it again. Alright, I'm just going to cancel it. Okay, so this is what we have here. Welcome to MGUCV for Windows. So I'm just going to cancel it. Yes, I'll cancel it. So once you have been able to install the SDK for the biometric scanner and the MGUCV for webcam, so the next thing we are going to do is to, please, while installing the SDK for the scanner, make sure you unplug your scanner if it is plugged. All right, unplug it first before you install the SDK, okay, for the scanner. So once you've installed this files, the next thing we're going to do is to learn how to open the project itself properly on Visual Studio. Okay, so I've clicked on the solution project. I'm just going to go and open it on Visual Studio 2017. Okay, so the project is loading. I think it has finished loading. Just going to click on the Solution Explorer, all right, to review all the files all the forms, okay, that we have on this project. All right, so for it to be able to run this project, I'm just going to go ahead and click on Start Debug. Okay, so biometric identity card processing system. So we have the verify fingerprints and admin login. All right, so you would only need to click on this button if you have already captured your biometric data. Okay, so for now I'm going to click on admin login. All right, so the password is admin and admin. So I'm going to log in, click on the login button. Okay, so we are right here on the home page. So for we to be able to capture the biometric details, I'm going to click on capture fingerprints. All right, so I'll just click on it, capture fingerprints. Okay, so I'm just going to fill this sample form right here. Click to see B, and then your registration number or matric number. So I'm just going to say 11/CSC for computer science. All right, and then 040. Then for the email, I'm just going to use this is sample data, okay, at gmail.com, and I'm just going to put my phone number. All right, so when you get this source code, you're free to modify it, you're free to change, all right, all the text controls, you're free to do whatever thing that you want. All right, so these are just a sample, way of capturing or enrolling, identifying, and of course verifying a fingerprint and generating an identity card. Okay, all right, so I'm going to capture my fingerprint. I'll click on scan finger. All right, so we would need 4 samples, all right, of this fingerprint. So as you can see, using the fingerprint reader, scan your fingerprint, all right, as a message, and then the status is fingerprint sample needed for, then capture fingerprint. Sorry, the fingerprint reader was connected, so I'm just going to go ahead and place my thumb on the fingerprint scanner. All right, so make sure you place it very well so that you have a good print. All right, so I'll place my hand on the scanner, place one more time as the second one. I'm going to place it again as a third one, and I'll place it again. Okay, so that's the fourth one. All right, as you can see, the fingerprint template is safe. All right, so I'm just going to click on the OK button. All right, as you can see, there's a click close. Your fingerprint template is safe. All right, so we have 0 samples needed because we've exhausted all 4 samples. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and close this. I'm going to close this. Okay, so what we are going to do right now, we are going to capture our passport or our picture. All right, so instead of uploading your passport manually, I have implemented the webcam module. So I'm going to unplug my reader. Okay, so I'm just going to take a passport right now, so I'll do that. Okay, so I have captured my passport. Okay, I've captured my passport. So I've captured my passport. So what I will need to do, I've entered all the data. Make sure you go through what you've entered to make sure that it's correct before you click on the save button. Alright, so I'm just going to click on the save button. Amazing. So record is successfully saved, and I'm going to click on the OK button. Alright, so this is just a sample view of your record. Alright, so just to indicate that your data is safe. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on this close button right here. Alright, so now let's go back and verify our fingerprints, just to make sure that we have done the right thing, and also get a sample of our identity card. Alright, so I'm going to click on verify fingerprints. Okay, so I'm going to click on verify fingerprint on the menu. Alright, so fingerprint verification. Once our fingerprint has been able to verify, we would see a sample of our identity card. So I'm going to go ahead and place my thumb, the exact thumb I use for capturing. I'll place it on the fingerprint reader. Okay, amazing. Alright, so this is really good. Alright, so this is a sample of the identity cards. Okay, so we have the university name. Alright, so you're free to modify it just the way you want it. You're free to modify it if you want to add it back. Okay, probably in my next project, so I'm going to probably do that. Alright, so this is just a sample, so you are free to modify it, the school name, alright, the student passport, the student name, alright, the ID, the matric number, the email and the phone number, and then the barcode. Alright, so this is how this thing works. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please click on the subscription button below, and also on the notification bell, just to get notification each time we upload new project. Alright, so also give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Okay, so I'm just going to click on the close button and log out. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more thing, you might be using a different version of Visual Studio. All right, so I'm gonna click on the stop here. Now let's take, for instance, you're using version 2017. All right, as a case may be, the database is already was created using 2000 Visual Studio 2017, which means the SQL will be 2016. All right, so if you're using version 2019, as a case may be, you might need to upgrade the database. All right, so as you can see on the Server Explorer, you need to click on connect to database. All right, so this add connection dialog box will appear. So what you will need to do is that make sure your data source is SQL client. All right, Microsoft SQL Server database file, SQL client. If it's not, if you don't have it this way, you would need to change it from here. All right, so make sure this particular one is selected. Okay, and the .NET framework. All right, and once you can just click on OK if you have that. All right, so the log on to server, let it be on Windows. Okay, so I'm just going to click on the browse button so that we would need to locate our database. All right, so this is where we have our database file. If you don't have this, okay, what you will need to do is you need to navigate, go to where you save or pasted this project. Okay, for me, I'm going to go to document Visual Studio 2017 project. Okay, so I'm going to this this biometric identity card processing. That's the project. All right, so I'm going to click on it and open it twice. So I'm going to go to the folder, which is this, twice, and then you need to double click on or open bin folder, debug. Okay, so this is your database. All right, you need to click on it. Okay, now if you are having compatibility issues, all right, on your database, this is where you would need to you're going to solve that problem. All right, let's take, for instance, this project was developed using Visual Studio 2010. All right, the SQL might be 2008 version, so I will need to upgrade it to 2016 as the case may be. All right, now if you click on test connection, it might not work for you. All right, so what you would need to do is when you click on OK button, all right, you get a pop-up, all right, indicating that you would need to upgrade the database, all right, to this version of the SQL server. What you need to do is just to click on the yes button. We have two buttons, yes, no. Click on the yes button. If you click on the no button, it's not going to upgrade the database. All right, what you need to do is to click on the yes button, and it will automatically upgrade your database, okay, to the version that your Visual Studio is currently using. Once you've done that, you need to click on the OK button. Okay, so once you click on the OK button, you have it connected, okay, on the Server Explorer. All right, you have it connected on the Server Explorer. This is where we have it right there. Okay, so guys, once it is connected, you will see this sign. You know what we have here is a green, okay, like a socket sign attached to the icon. It signifies or indicates that the database is connected. Okay, as you can see, all these database names that we have here, they are are not currently connected. Okay, so that's just the sign. All right, so once you have here, which means the database is connected. Okay, so once it is connected, you won't have any pop-up error message, okay, indicating that the server, SQL Server Express or database connection is not compatible, or things like that. Okay, so but once you've done that and it's connected, you won't have any problem. You can just go ahead and run the project. Okay, so once you run it, and you'll be